Hi everyone, today I had an AI write a program for me and I'm going to share the results with you. First of all, I think we all know that AI is really good at writing code. Yes, I'd always heard about it, but I had never tried it myself until today. However, I had tried it out before for small coding tasks here and there. I had never had an AI write an entire project from start to finish before. I should also mention that I had DeepSeek write this code because other AIs in their free versions unfortunately can't handle such a long task. They even start producing nonsense after a while and eventually push you toward upgrading to premium. DeepSeek carried the project through to the end and successfully completed it. It's truly an impressive situation. I needed a free program that could take screenshots. To find this, I used artificial intelligence to search for programs capable of doing it. I already knew about Lightshot, but I needed it to be callable from another program. The process of sending commands from one program to another is called CLI. I used AI to search for software that fits this requirement. I reviewed all the programs I found, downloaded, and installed them on my computer. None of them appealed to me. Their interfaces were confusing and not as I wanted. The program I was looking for had to be simple like Lightshot but also support CLI. Unfortunately, I couldn't find one. When I couldn't find the program, I asked the AI to research it for me. As you can see on the screen, I explained what I needed, and let's take a look at the results one by one. First, I reviewed the program suggested as option number 1, Flamshot. Its interface is truly simple and resembles Lightshot, which left a positive impression in terms of ease of use. The installation was quick and it seemed to perform basic screenshot functions smoothly. I can say it offers a user-friendly experience. However, upon a more detailed examination, I noticed a significant drawback. It lacks a direct send-to-printer option. This feature is an important need, especially for users who want to quickly obtain physical printouts. Unfortunately, Flamshot does not meet expectations in this regard. I also did not come across any information or option regarding CLI, command line interface support, meaning the program does not offer the flexibility I was primarily looking for. Moving on to the second suggestion, Greenshot. When I looked into this page, I saw that it was open source software and I could even access its source code, which is a very good thing. But then I wondered, is the programming language suitable for me? I glanced at its GitHub repository, but the programming language didn't seem suitable for me. Even if it were, sometimes diving into the middle of an existing application and modifying it can be more difficult than building it from scratch. Therefore, I reluctantly had to give up on Greenshot as well. Its interface was not at all what I wanted. It didn't seem user-friendly to me. I don't want to criticize the program because I didn't get to use it much. That was just my first impression. It would have been great if there was an interface screenshot on its website so I could see what I would encounter before installing. Anyway, moving on to the next suggestion. Next suggestion, ShareX. ShareX at least added a screenshot to its webpage showing what kind of interface to expect. I installed this program on my computer too. Of course, I didn't use it for long. It clearly has a lot of features, but it still didn't meet my needs. I don't want a very complex interface. Too many menus is undesirable. Unfortunately, there's no clean, simple design. In this regard, it couldn't be like Lightshot. Next suggestion, scrot. Unfortunately, because I quickly did some research and jumped into trying it without properly reading the recommendation, I wasted my time. I didn't even realize that it doesn't work on Windows. First, I listed all my requirements to DeepSeek and asked for help creating an application using C# code in the Visual Studio environment. As you can see, it wrote tons of text for me, all sorts of necessary and unnecessary details. Considering that I'm human and shouldn't be overwhelmed with so many unnecessary specifics, I warned it. I can't read that much text. Let's keep it short and clear, please. We don't have that much time anyway, right? First, I listed all my requirements to DeepSeek and asked for help creating an application using C# code in the Visual Studio environment. As you can see, it wrote tons of text for me, all sorts of necessary and unnecessary details. Considering that I'm human and shouldn't be overwhelmed with so many unnecessary specifics, I warned it. I can't read that much text. Let's keep it short and clear, please. We don't have that much time anyway, right? As you can see, it wrote a very long code. Will it run on the first try? Unbelievably, yes, it actually worked, and almost flawlessly. It even thought of things I hadn't considered, like preventing buttons from overflowing outside the screen when dragging the window around. Of course, I'm sure it considered many more details as well. Of course, all of this didn't happen in one go. As I mentioned earlier, it was achieved through step-by-step progress and testing. I probably won't even use Lightshot in my daily life anymore. I'll use this instead. This program does have shortcomings. There is no installer file. Maybe someone can create one for me. It doesn't run in the background. It's not assigned to a key, so we can't say it works when you press the print screen key. but it does meet my needs now. I actually made it for myself, but I wanted others to benefit from it as well. That's why I wanted to make this video. I saved it for the end as a surprise. I had almost this entire video made by AI, the speech content, the voiceover, nearly everything. I just directed it.